Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about probably some of the most random products that I've ever mentioned on my channel, and that's because we are going to be going through some must-haves that I have from Amazon. I pretty much just went through all of my Amazon orders over the last like 4 years, and I chose all of the things that I consistently use in my everyday life that I love and that I would like to recommend to you guys. It's going to be a fun video because who doesn't love ordering stuff off of Amazon at 3 in the morning when you can't sleep? Me. If you can relate, and I know you can, don't lie, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you want to join the fam, and let me know down below in the comments some of your favorite products off of Amazon that you love, that you would like to recommend to me and everybody else scrolling through the comments. Okay, got a lot of things to talk about, and 17 to 20 to be exact. So let's get right into it. Okay, ooh, I want to start here because I'm most excited about it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is actually one of my more recent purchases, and it's something that has truly changed my organization game, and that is a manual label maker. If you've never looked up organization porn on Pinterest, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but you definitely should because it's the most satisfying thing that you will probably ever lay your eyes on. And if you have, you've probably seen beautifully laid out pantries with just these like gorgeous little vintage looking labels. So I have been doing some reorganization in my house. I just recently reorganized my entire pantry. I also redid my office, and I was in need of some labels because especially in my pantry, I really wanted things to look really nice and uniform. So I got glass jars, and I wanted to put all of like my loose grains and nuts in those glass jars and then label those glass jars so that I knew what was actually inside of them. So I felt like now was really my time for me to actually have the pantry of my dreams. So if you want to take your labels to the next level and you want to have, can't even take myself seriously, and you want to have kind of like that vintagey, aesthetically pleasing look in your pantry or in your office or wherever you want to like label things, this is such a cool thing to have, and it wasn't expensive at all. The only thing is that it's kind of tedious and annoying. Honestly, I wouldn't really recommend this if you have to label like hundreds of things because it will take you forever. Basically what you do is you just kind of turn the dial to spell out the word, and for every letter you have to punch it because it manually punches each letter into the black tape. But also if you had hundreds of things with this type of labeling on it, it would look gorgeous. So maybe do it. So let me just give you a quick little example. What should we write? And there you have it. That is the most gorgeous label you've ever seen. Perfect. I should probably say what this is called. It's the Dymo Organizer Express, and it's fantastic. Highly recommend this for aesthetically pleasing labels. This right over here is the Amazon Basics packing cubes. Packing cubes have literally changed my traveling life. So packing cubes really help to keep me organized when I pack my clothes. I will pretty much use one packing cube for every category of clothes that I bring. So for example, I'll put like all of my pants in one cube, all of my shirts in another, all of like my underwear and bras in another, etc, etc. They do come in all different shapes and sizes. This is kind of like a medium size. The one that I just showed you, this big one, is the largest size that I have. And again, it really just keeps things contained and organized, and when you're looking for a specific thing, especially when you get to your destination, you'll know exactly where it is because it's going to be in one of the designated packing cubes. What's also really great about packing cubes is that they do compress and kind of flatten down the clothes that you put in them, so it really does decrease the amount of space that you use within your luggage. And I do find because of that, you are actually able to fit more in your suitcase, which is amazing. This next Amazon find is such a game changer, and it's for a makeup product, so I think you guys are really gonna be into this. So when I was trying to reorganize my makeup collection, I was trying to figure out a way to make my MAC lipsticks more identifiable because as we all know, MAC lipsticks all look the same. They all come in a black tube, and it's pretty much impossible to tell the different colors apart unless you were to flip it over to look at the name. So I wanted to find a solution that would allow me to see the color of the lipstick without me having to flip it over to read it. So through that whole process, I discovered these clear acrylic lipstick caps specifically made for MAC lipsticks. So they fit perfectly so that you are able to see the color of your lipstick without having to take the cover off. How great is that? I actually find that I use my MAC lipstick so much more now that I have these clear caps, because when I'm looking for a lipstick, I can very easily see what these are. When I first bought these, I wasn't really sure how they would kind of fit onto the MAC lipstick. I was concerned that because it was coming from like a third party, it's not coming from MAC, that it wouldn't fit the lipstick too perfectly, but it does. It clicks really nicely. Look at this nice little ASMR. Truly is one of the best things I've ever found off of Amazon, and it has really changed my MAC lipsticks for the better. Okay, moving on now to two more organization products. I have one big one and one small one. So this is a pretty boring product. It is a bill organizer, which I know is nothing really too exciting, but it's also something that it is quite necessary. Before I had a bill organizer like this, I would just keep all of my receipts and bills crumpled up in a pile. Which wasn't great, especially when it came to tax season, because going through that was always a huge mess. This has made my life so much easier, especially around tax season, because everything is organized so perfectly. So it's pretty simple. It's just an accordion style file organizer, and I have each month on each little tab. This is such a must, especially when you're adulting. This guy isn't totally necessary, but I do still feel like it is useful, especially if you're like me and you work with memory cards a lot. Obviously, YouTube is my job, so I go through many memory cards. I have maybe like 10 memory cards just scattered all around my house. So I had a traumatizing experience that really prompted me to purchase this product. Like I said, my memory cards were kind of just all over my house. So I once had a memory card fall on the floor. I stepped on it, not realizing, and I ended up breaking it, and all the files that were on the memory card were destroyed. So I was like, okay, this is never gonna happen again. I need to find something that's going to keep all my memory cards contained so that, you know, they're not just floating everywhere. So I got this really cheap little case. It's really nothing too special, but all it does is it organizes and contains all of my memory cards, and that way I know where all my memory cards are and I don't have to worry about losing them anymore. So really jumping around here, moving now to a workout item. One of my favorite items that I ever purchased off of Amazon are these boxing gloves. Now, I got really into boxing probably about a year ago, and when I was looking for boxing gloves to purchase for myself, especially in store, I didn't really find anything that kind of suited my style. I really just wanted a pair of gloves that were kind of sleek and cool looking, but also really good quality. And all the ones that I found in store just didn't fit the bill for me. So I went to Amazon and I found these, and I love them. They're really great. So these guys are the RDX Quadrodome boxing gloves. They're this really cool kind of like matte black. Not only do these look really cool, but they have really stood the test of time. I've had these for probably about a year and a half, and I've used them a lot. Like, they have taken a beating, literally, and they still look great. There's no ripping or anything. I also really like the padding on these. They're not too heavy or too light. So I figured I would mention them if some of you are looking to get into boxing, or if you're already into boxing and you want some new gloves. These are really great and they look really badass. And honestly, every single time I have these on, I always have people ask me where I get them, because they're just so cool, but they also work really well. So recently I did quite a big eco-friendly haul from Amazon, and I actually showed you guys what I bought on my Instagram stories, but I really wanted to purchase some things that would help me in reducing the amount of plastic that I use on my day-to-day. So I recently completely eliminated plastic wrap in my kitchen, so I needed to find products that would replace what I use the plastic wrap for. So I found these guys, which are silicone lids. So instead of using like plastic wrap to wrap over like a bowl or a can, you just take one of these lids and stretch it over whatever it is that you want to cover. And I love them. They work really great in creating an airtight seal, and of course they are reusable. Something else that I completely banned from my kitchen are plastic bags or sandwich bags. So I picked up these Watney silicone reusable bags. This is just one of the, I think, 3 or 4 sizes that they come in. I've been really happy with the quality of these. They work perfectly, they close well, they wash well. They're just great reusable bags. So there you go. So kind of speaking of food, let's talk about an actual food item that I purchase quite often off of Amazon. So I have become completely obsessed with Smart Sweets. I actually don't have any packages to show you guys right now because I finished them already, but I'll put a photo so you could see what they look like. So I have such a big sweet tooth, and I get very intense cravings, specifically for gummy candy. But I pretty much never give in to my cravings because candy is normally very high in sugar. And then I discovered Smart Sweets. I actually discovered them originally in store. I picked up a little package. I thought they looked interesting. I honestly didn't think they would taste very good because they are very low in sugar, because no like naughty food is actually good healthified. It just normally isn't the case, so my expectations were low. And then I tried them and my mind was completely blown because they taste exactly like any other traditional candy, but literally like a 20th of the amount of sugar per pack, which was incredible. Now the problem with these candies and the reason why I actually resorted to Amazon to purchase them was because they are pretty pricey, especially in store. I don't know if it was just the stores that I was going to, but whenever I would find them in store, they would be like almost $5 a pack, which was insane. So I went to Amazon to see if there was, you know, a bulk option that I could purchase, and there was. I was able to purchase, I think it was like a 12 pack, and it was way more cost effective than me getting, you know, the $5 bag at the grocery store. So these are like my favorite like little treat that I like to have, you know, when I'm editing or just like at the end of the day when I want something sweet, and I don't have to feel guilty eating it because it's not super high in sugar. So I love them so much and they taste so good, and you get a pretty good deal off of Amazon, which is why I want to include it in today's video. Oh my god, this video is just so all over the place. Okay, let's talk about nipples. So I've mentioned these before on my channel. These are like my favorite secret weapon when it comes to undergarments, I guess you can say. They are nipple covers. So I've tried many of nipple covers, but these are absolutely my favorite ones because they are pretty much invisible even underneath the tightest of white shirts. You cannot see these. So what I really like about these silicone covers is that the edges go really nice and thin. So I find that it blends really nicely into your skin, so you don't actually see the outline of the nipple cover through your shirt, which can sometimes happen and can be very annoying. You don't see it with these. And what's also really nice about them is that they are reusable, and you can reuse them for maybe like 50, 60, 100 times depending on how you take care of them. They stay also on your boob. They don't like slip and slide around. They don't fall off ever. I've never had that problem. So if you've been looking for some good nip covers, these are fantastic. So I purchased my pillow off of Amazon, and this is a product that I believe I've already raved about on my channel. It's called the Coop Pillow, and it is the best pillow I have ever used. I love it to death. I've always found it difficult to find a pillow that's that perfect level of firmness. And what's really cool about the Coop Pillow is that you can actually customize the level of firmness depending on your needs. So the Coop pillows pretty much have crushed up or ripped up memory foam inside of it, and you are able to customize the level of firmness by either removing or just keeping in the memory foam within the pillow. The actual feeling of the pillow is really nice. It's kind of a hybrid between like a typical pillow and a memory foam pillow. The problems that I had with like an actual memory foam pillow is that they were too stiff because it's literally just like a block of memory foam, whereas a normal like feathery pillow I always found was just a little bit too flimsy. The Coop Pillow is like essentially a hybrid of the two because the memory foam is kind of like ripped up. It's not a super dense feeling when you put your head on the pillow. It's still really nice and cushiony and soft. So yeah, pillows A+++. My neck has not hurt me since having it. So now let's talk about iPhone cases and pop sockets. Amazon is a good place to get those accessories for your phone. This phone case that I have on my phone right now is actually from Amazon. It's this really nice silicone case that's this really pretty kind of dusty purple color that matches my nails perfectly. I don't really love phone cases that are too big or bulky or that get in the way or that make my phone feel or seem much bigger than it actually is. So I do more so enjoy like low profile, slimming phone cases rather than those really bulky ones. Now there was a point in time that I did have like a bright red silicone phone case with a matching pop socket that I got so many questions about. Every single time you would like even get a glimpse of that phone case in an Instagram story, I would always get questions about it. So I kind of just wanted to put it out there right now that I got that bright red phone case with that red pop socket from Amazon. They work in protecting my phone, and I really just like how sleek and simple these are. I do sometimes switch it up for more of a decorative phone case every once in a while, but I also like just really plain phone cases as well, and Amazon is a great place to get them. And if you do want to get a pop socket that matches your phone case color, it's a good place to get it as well because there's just so many options. The very last thing that I want to talk about that I really enjoy and I use pretty much every single day is this little jewelry organizer. So this is pretty much just a small little box, and within it you have little cushions, and you can use those cushions to store your earrings or rings. And I really love it because I'm able to really lay out all of my pieces. Right now it's maybe slightly less organized than I would like it, but when it is perfectly organized, it's really easy for me to see exactly what I have. So when I'm kind of going through my jewelry trying to pick things for my outfit, I'm really able to see everything in here, and I just like having everything all in one little protective box. It fits a lot of stuff. It's also really nice and small and compact, which is great. And yeah, it's just a great little find. And so friends, that finishes off today's video. Those are all of my most favorite products that I've purchased off of Amazon. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and of course subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.